Okay, perfect. So we might as well get started here. If anyone else trickles in, that's totally fine. Nice to meet all you guys, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy days to attend this session. My name is Andre Flaherty, and I work for TouchBistro. I've been with the company for about 3 years. I'm currently working for the solutions engineering team. So on the sales side, jumping on calls as a restaurant consultant. Prior to working with TouchBistro, I had over 10 years of restaurant experience, both as a server, bartender, manager, and pretty much everything in between. Done some back of house, some hosting as well. And so now I'm kind of coming in as a consultant, speaking to our clients day in and day out, giving advice on business operations for the current and future state of their restaurants. And I'm co-hosting with Bruce today, so I'll let you introduce yourself as well, Bruce.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Dre. So my name is Bruce Macklin, and I'm on the sales engineering team. So really looking at restaurants and from a consulting perspective, and trying to answer any questions that might be challenging in terms of technical capabilities and that sort of thing. Talking with new restaurant owners or existing restaurant owners about all kinds of challenges that they're having. And I've been in the restaurant industry for 20 plus years, started out in the back of the house, as probably most of you have done, as well in the dish pit, and then worked on the line as well, and then managed to get into the front of the house, serving and managing and bartending as well. So a lot of different experience there. And the other cool thing though, since I've been with TouchBistro, I've spoken with I've added it up, a little over 10,000 restaurant owners. So a really broad sort of set of insights that I've been able to chat with other owners. So bringing all that to the table. And today, really, our goal is to sort of introduce TouchBistro point of sale and talk about whatever, the differentiating factors with TouchBistro, and also just answer your questions as well. So if you do have any questions, there is a Q&A chat in the bottom, so we can you can post those questions there, and we can make sure that we answer those as well right away. And with these webinars, I know we've all been sort of inundated with lots and lots of opportunities to attend webinars over the last 2 months or so. So with these webinars, there's usually 3 outcomes. One is, this is the wrong webinar for you. Feel free to drop off. It is only a 20-minute webinar though, so we hope that you actually do stay on till the end. The other outcome is you do have a few more questions, as I said, and we want to just make sure we answer those questions as well. And then the third one is you're looking to speak with somebody right away, and we can set that up as well. So that is the goal. I'm going to pass it back to Trey, and she's going to go through the agenda, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. Thanks very much, Bruce. So what we'll be covering today, we'll do a quick kind of summary of who TouchBistro is and what we do, focusing on the POS side, and why TouchBistro, why now? And then we'll jump into a quick TouchBistro demo as well, just to show the POS software a little bit. And we've got some accolades, just kind of previous awards we've won, so you guys can see kind of where we stand in the industry. And for those of you that stay on right till the end, we do have a special offer for you. So I'm really excited to announce this. I won't say too much right now, but stay tuned, and we'll be talking about a special offer and then wrapping up with a Q&A. So if any questions come up throughout, you can feel free, like Bruce mentioned, to just post them in the Q&A box, and we'll take lots of time at the end to go through and answer all those questions. All right, perfect. So I'm just going to jump right in. TouchBistro, our brand mission is really, our customers started their business to follow a passion. We want to make sure that we can help you do that. So whether that passion is to be a world-class chef, to unite communities through great food and drinks, or just to serve your beloved family recipes to the masses, we want to help restaurateurs streamline and simplify that process so that their business operations can be smooth and they can focus on why they got started in the restaurant industry in the first place, the reason they opened their restaurant. So whatever that might be, we just want to make it easier. And so a little bit about who we are as a company. TouchBistro is a point of sale mainly, but we also have an integrated payment solution, and we are built by restaurants for restaurants. So most of our staff here has worked in the restaurant industry for a number of years prior to coming to work with TouchBistro. So you'll have a lot of firsthand experience with anyone you talk to here. They get it. They've been through it just like you have. And so we are a point of sale that's powered over 25,000 restaurants in more than 100 countries worldwide. So predominantly North America, but we also have UK market and Latin America as well. And we're an award-winning point of sale. We've been named Best Restaurant POS 4 years in a row now by Business News Daily. So with that said, we are located, as I mentioned, in Toronto, New York, Austin, Chicago, London, and Mexico City. So those are our main offices, but we are a global POS solution, and we're hoping to change the way that restaurateurs worldwide can run their businesses. And that said, I'll pass it to you, Bruce, as well, to talk a little bit more specifically about what we do.
Perfect. Thank you, Dre. So we do a lot of things, but I guess first and foremost, what we do is really try to make things easier for restaurateurs in a variety of different ways. So, and there's a lot of ways that we can do this. So one of the ways, we just want to make it easier so that you're able to actually spend more time with the guests and or just sort of look out for the big picture and make sure that that's being taken care of. As opposed to sort of dwelling on trying to capture sort of numbers throughout the day that are critical to making decisions and that sort of thing. The other thing is we want to make sure that it's you're not actually stuck on a call with a support person waiting to get to the next in the queue and waiting to get through to somebody. That becomes very, very painful. So we really tend to make those things much easier for you. And having said that, with respect to numbers and so on, there is a lot of ways to dice and slice up numbers. So you can get, for instance, at the end of the day, you may want to get specific numbers, and you want to be able to actually have them presented to you in a way that makes sense as well. So without having to sort of run through a big project of creating different uniquely formatted charts and graphs, if they were readily accessible to you anywhere, then that would make that whole process a lot better. So that's what we're trying to do. And even setting up even more ways to make that information available to you. So for instance, at the end of the day, you could have a report or a series of reports automatically hitting your inbox so that, at the end of the day, you can actually enjoy a better sleep, and knowing that the numbers that you got, you don't have to wait until the morning. You've got them in your inbox, and you can look at those numbers and feel that, okay, the day went well. So easier and better. Those are two of the things. And really what we do, there's a lot of different things on the left-hand side of this, on this slide. You'll see exactly what we do. And there we go. So looking at what we do, there's a lot of things that a POS could be expected to do. And sometimes you hear the saying, all POSs are the same, which is not true. Really, that's the same as saying like all burger places are the same. And we know that there are thousands of ways to create a burger, anywhere from, say, the McDonald's way to $1,000 Wagyu beef burger and anything in between. So challenge that notion that all POSs are the same. They are not, and definitely demand and expect more from a POS. So of course we do order taking, but having, for instance, a picture to complement the server's ability to describe what's in that, or to complement the chalkboard description of what your daily special is, really goes a long way. And then having, again, those options easily displayed for modifying, adding, deleting, and making those changes to that burger, as an example, really captures important, the ability for the server to actually take that order and make sure that that guest experience is well taken care of. And then you can also embed that information, like nutritional information, dietary concerns, anything like that, and then measure the ability of the server's performance. So you'll be able to see which servers are doing well and which servers are not doing so well, and coach those servers along. And these are all really measurable performance criteria that actually do push the needle for making sure that you've got the best sort of point of sale for you. Tableside ordering, for instance, ingredient and inventory tracking, staff hours and management. These are all key criteria. Integrated payment processing, another big one. Reservations, gift cards, online ordering, loyalty, and so on. So instead of having a whole bunch of multiple different apps that don't really talk to each other, imagine if this was all one big complete package. And obviously that would be much arguably better than having a whole bunch of pieces that you have to control and put together. So it really means that you're taking your focus and you're focusing on the restaurant, you're not running a technology center there, you're running a restaurant. So you can focus on increasing the sales with cross-selling ideas on your menu. And again, the outcome is making the guests feel really well taken care of. And no longer having to rely on sort of intuition to make decisions, but you have numbers now to support the decision making process. So take advantage of that information. So that's part of what we do, and it's a lot. And looking at the next slide, if we flip over to that one, why TouchBistro? We talked about a lot of different things, but 3 criteria, and these are the main things as Dre introduced a few slides ago. The 3 main pillars of TouchBistro is increasing your sales, improving your service for the guests, and being able to sit back and making much more informed decisions. And these are our foundations. And you'll notice that every element of the app will actually focus on one or more of these 3 points. So it really ends up putting you in control of all the operations, front of house, back of house, and anything in between as well. So that's another example. Let's look at the owner's ability, or the GM's ability, to go in and pull up a snapshot report. And the snapshot report is what it kind of describes. It gives you a condensed version of what's happening right now. It's like an instant read thermometer. So if you're able to get that at any point in time throughout the day, how much better would your decision-making criteria be? It's going to give you your sales right up to the last moment. It's going to give you your cost of sales, and it's going to give you your labor percentages, your front and back of house. So definitely this can be done once your payroll is complete, but your payroll is only done once every 2 weeks or once a week. So this is all historic information at that point. Having it right up to the moment is so much more impactful to make sure that you have, not just a good day, but a rock solid day based on all the information that you've been able to condense and look at. So that's really why TouchBistro and what we do. What we're going to do now is have a quick look at the demo, and you'll see what it actually looks like.
Perfect. And I'll say, just before starting the video, this really just scratches the surface here. We're going to cover a little bit of the point of sale and what it looks like to use it, but there's tons and tons of different resources on reporting and all the different features that we offer as well. So if any of you guys want to learn a little bit more after the call, we're happy to connect you with someone as well.
Hello, let's take a quick tour of TouchBistro's restaurant point of sale system so you can see how we can help make running your restaurant easier and better. TouchBistro lets you customize your floor plan to mirror your own. Add and modify tables, walls, and entire floors if you want. Staff and managers will easily be able to keep an eye on what's happening during service. They'll be able to see color-coded server sections, table times, and check sizes, all in real time. Your staff can take the POS tableside with beautiful photos and descriptions to serve your guests better. You can easily and efficiently manage multiple order types, including online ordering, automatically through the POS. When you open a new table, you'll notice that seats are color coordinated along the right-hand side and correspond to the table visual in the bottom left corner. Servers will love TouchBistro's automated pop-up modifier options so they can punch in allergies, preparation instructions, and a lot more. If guests want to be on the same check, simply combine them in one swipe with our patented check splitting and seat joining function. Guests can pay together on one check, by seat, or split the check evenly. You have the flexibility to choose the payment solution that's right for your business, including TouchBistro Payments powered by Chase, integrated payments with transparent pricing. TouchBistro's reporting helps you make better business decisions by telling you how your business is doing from every angle. TouchBistro is a reliable hybrid iPad POS, meaning it uses the cloud but doesn't rely on it. The cloud portal allows you to edit menus and access detailed reporting from sales to voids to staff performance and so much more. View everything through Reports to Go or have them automatically emailed. I hope you found this quick introduction to TouchBistro valuable. There's so much more to learn about how we can help make running your business easier and better, so feel free to give us a call for a custom demo anytime. Thanks for watching.
Perfect.
Hello.
All right, great. And so that wraps up the demo portion. If anybody has questions about what was covered during that, please feel free to shout them out in the Q&A, and we'll take some time at the end again to address any questions. So I'll move it along a little bit to why TouchBistro is special and what kind of separates us from other components or POSs in the industry. So once you're up and running, you're going to need support. Our team is going to be 24/7 there for you. I mean, you shouldn't need support, but if you do, they are there. So any questions about the point of sale or something you might have forgotten from your training, they're able to help you 24/7, 365. They're not closed on holidays. They're also located in Toronto, so there's no outsourced support with us, and the wait times are very, very quick. So we have, I think it's a 90-second wait time, as well as a 92% first call resolution. So our support team is really great, and so is our customer onboarding team. They all have restaurant experience, as we mentioned at the beginning. So these folks will really understand your business and be able to get you up and running with a point of sale, and also give you advice on, you know, how we recommend putting in the menu to maximize sales and things like we've talked about so far. So just to name a few, we do have some awards and accolades here. Gordon Ramsay has shouted us out on his 24 Hours to Hell and Back show. I'm not sure if anybody on the line has watched that, but he's kind of chosen us as his favorite point of sale. So that's a good thing for us. We've also won the best restaurant point of sale 4 years in a row. I think the 2020 hasn't been added to this list yet. And you can see there's just a number of other rewards on there as well. And so you'll be able to kind of look into that if you need to. And in terms of what we offer, so we talked about the point of sale. That's kind of the main goal of this webinar today, but we do understand that we're just scratching the surface of all the different services we offer. So reservations, gift cards, online ordering, payments, and loyalty. Those are some of our other products that kind of go with the point of sale peripherally, and they can actually add on to your package. So the reservations app, for example, is completely integrated. You can post your online booking button right on the Google page or on your restaurant's website. There's a widget, and your customers would be able to book with you online. That reservation would start to capture data in the point of sale as well. So I come and dine, and I'm able to see what that customer has had and really curate a dining experience around that, right? Like I could, you know, see what wine they had last time they came in and remember that on their next visit and maybe recommend something similar. So all huge benefits. I won't drill down into these all in detail, but gift cards and online ordering were another really beneficial thing during this time. We want to make sure you guys are able to continue processing orders any way possible. That said, I'll pass it back to you, Bruce, to talk about the special offer.
Not quite yet, but we're almost there on the special offer. However, so yeah, so the TouchBistro solution, as Trey was saying, is an all-in-one solution. We've got if we look on the left-hand side, we've got the actual point of sale with the payments integrated with the point of sale, and we also have on the right-hand side 3 of the big ones that Dre was talking about. But the gift cards, the reservations, and the online ordering is all packaged up as sort of one bundle. So consider, you know, the options that a restaurant or the activities that a restaurant is currently going through. Then we actually have 3 big ones that are typically part of a restaurant's activities: gift cards, reservations, and online ordering. We know that these all come at a bit of a price as well, which is fine. The big thing here, the decision-making criteria here, is looking at the sales generated from any one of those or all of those things. And if the sales obviously exceed the cost, then we have an ROI, or return on our investment, that actually does totally justify the price. So having given that they all sort of roll into the point of sale as well, now you've sort of eliminated a lot of manual steps of doing any sort of taking an online order and then manually punching it into the point of sale. So you've created an awful lot more decision-making information that's, you know, both used for your business planning long-term and as well as any day-to-day decision-making also. So that's a big thing. And then finally, we look at the second last slide here. What makes us different here? A lot of things. Again, we've highlighted a lot of the elements of what we do, but having the iPad point of sale and integrated payment solution translates into not ever having to reconcile at the end of the day your actual sales versus your payments. That is a natural because they automatically are talking to each other. And again, we're built by restaurant people for restaurants specifically. So you know you're not running a tech operation there. You're running a restaurant. So keep it simple. We want to make sure that it's super easy. And then we're in 25,000 restaurants across the world. So we're not just a local experience, but we're fully international. So we've encountered a lot of different elements that has given us a lot more insight into making the app even better. We look at that, the makes running your business easier as well. So part of that easiness is actually having a hybrid solution that is actually not reliant on the cloud or the internet at all. So if your internet does go down, you're still in business. And again, this all translates to 3 sort of changes: making your sales higher, getting a better guest experience, and having the ability to make more impactful decisions. So we do have one other slide on here that we're going to go into, and this is the special offer that Dre was alluding to a little bit earlier. So I'll go back to you, Dre, and let you talk about that one.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm actually just going to go back a couple of slides here and talk to you about these 3 programs here. So our TouchBistro POS solution is really what's going to be the root of your business, helping you process more sales. But through this kind of COVID, we've noticed that our customers, really the main thing is wanting to make sure that we can continue having them process so that you can stay alive, come through out of this and have revenue throughout. So we are actually offering our gift cards. So the gift card program and the reservations program for the first 3 months free of charge, as well as online ordering free, completely free for 12 months. And this is so that if you're a full service restaurant and you want to continue taking in revenue, we'll be able to 100% process all that for you on the online ordering platform. It's super easy to set up, self-onboarding, and it's also included with your POS for the first year. So this is all really huge in terms of benefits on giving you that potential to be able to bring in more revenue today to help your business get stronger and stronger in the future as well. And so if any of you guys have questions about this offer that we've currently got on, please just post in the Q&A box. You can just type the word yes or the letter Y, and we'll actually have someone from our team after this call reach out to you and just make sure any questions you might have on the software get answered. Perfect. And I'm going to move it along as well to the Q&A. So anything at all, I'm going to actually open that Q&A box right now. If you guys have questions about our presentation or about TouchBistro point of sale, any of the features that were covered in the video or ones that we've just talked about, please let us know. All right, and it looks like we've got a question here. How long would it take to get up and running with TouchBistro? Bruce, I can pass that one to you.
Yeah, so we have our normal path, which is 3 to 6 weeks to get up and running. We also have a expedited way if somebody's in dire need of getting their point of sale up and running ASAP sort of thing, then we've got an expedited path that we can go through. But typically we're looking at between 3 to 6 weeks to get everything from start to finish all up and running, tested, onboarded, and fully on, and that's what it takes. Hopefully that answers that question. We're pretty quick and easy.
Absolutely. It is very easy, and it's like using an iPhone. Our POS app is designed with iOS parameters, so a lot of the buttons are in the same place. So the training time that it'll take for your staff to get familiar with the system is literally 0. I was a server at a restaurant with TouchBistro and didn't get any training on the point of sale when I started my first shift, and literally had no problem. I felt like I was more efficient as a server than at the last restaurant I worked at that was using a very old school legacy POS system, as we like to call them. So very, very quick and easy. Short of, actually, we have a question here in regards to the menu as well. So how long would it take to put in the menu, and can I do that remotely? So that's kind of a 2-part question. I can pass that along to you as well, Bruce.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So, and thanks for that question. It's a really good one. It really depends on how many menu items you have and the complexity of those menu items as well. Typically when there are modifiers associated with menu items, it adds some components to it. But think of it this way: every menu item can be construed as, for instance, a new contact in your phone, for example. So when you meet somebody, you're going to put their name and their phone number in your phone. And essentially that's all we're doing in terms of creating the menu in TouchBistro. We're going to take the name of the item, a burger, and then put in the price. And then we enhance it with the other elements. So it takes about 30 seconds to a minute, all in per menu item. And if you use that as a bit of a rule of thumb, that'll give you an idea. And then the other part of that question was doing the menu remotely. And absolutely, there's a remote menu management option that we've got. It's called RMM. And you can make changes remotely as well, and then publish those directly onto your restaurant's menu. So there's a few options, and it depends on where you're coming from. Initially, though, we go through that whole process and make sure that it is set up right from the start, and then you can go in and make those changes on a as-needed basis. And some places even make daily menu item changes for their specials and so on. So it becomes extremely liberating to know that you don't have to call support or anybody else. You're in the driver's seat 100%, and you can make a daily special with a picture on it, nutritional information, and so on, and lots of modifiers in about 30 seconds once you're up to speed.
That's right. Very, very easy to use. And also, we want to make sure you can do anything remotely. So your cloud will have tons of reports. So you can literally peek into your business at any moment and see where you're at sales-wise, completely live. You can download the app on your cell phone. You can check it from any computer, Mac, PC, doesn't matter. And so we want you to be completely, not reliant on needing to go into the venue like some old school POSs did require you to do. But we do have also that hybrid capability, meaning that you do not need to be online. The information doesn't come from the cloud to the point of sale. It goes from the point of sale to the cloud. So you can actually continue processing orders if you lose internet at the venue. There's lots and lots of great benefits in that regard. I'm just looking to see if we have any more questions. It looks like that's it for now. They are anonymous, so others won't see your questions. If you guys are shy, you can feel free to chime in with a couple of questions. If not, we can wrap it up. I'll give it maybe another minute. Okay, perfect. So the Q&A box, yeah, just so you guys know, you are muted. If anyone's trying to verbally ask a question, we won't hear you. It'll just be through the Q&A box. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here then. And thank you so much to those who did get the chance to attend today. I know it's a beautiful day outside where we are anyway, so I hope it is as well. And I hope everyone has a really great weekend. And thanks so much for co-hosting here with me, Bruce.
Thanks so much, Dre, for putting this all together. And thank you, everyone, for, again, participating on this one. Look forward to talking with you down the road. Cheers.
Great. All right. Bye now.